Okay, I am coming on. I know I'm supposed to be on here more, but it'll happen soon. Anyway, I'm on here because I just wanted to talk about the disconnect. So many people, they have this disconnection and they don't know how to connect properly, whether it be just centering themselves or connecting to the divine or the gods or spirit itself. Okay, so what it is we don't have the means to disconnect from the chaos that's going on in the world. Now, when I say chaos, I don't mean evil things or the bad things or the negative things. I just mean the chaotic life. I gotta get up, I gotta get the kids, I gotta go to work, gotta do this, gotta do that. Everything is I gotta do this. And then it's like 15 minutes that I have to meditate. And then those 15 minutes you're sitting there, you're just trying to get it together. And so, therefore, you always feel like it's never working. Well, the issue with that is that that is correct. If you can't mentally um, disconnect from life, you can't mentally connect to anything. You need to ground yourself. You need to find the time for yourself, not find the time to be alone with yourself. As a parent, you're running around, you're doing all these things for everyone else, and the 5 minutes you get to yourself, you just want to lay down and relax. You don't want to now go sit down and try to meditate or try to center yourself or, put attention and energy into something else. And so that's the problem. How is the biggest question, right? How can I do this? Well, you can't. You have to find out, or you have to decide what your priorities are. You have a whole life ahead of you. If you can't do it right now, then you can't do it right now. But don't let the urge to do it leave you, okay? Um, you can always go to parks, rivers, or lakes, especially if you live in the city. It's very hard to find um, some free space, that you can go and connect with or center yourself with the world. Okay, you will have to know and believe that you are connected to everything, not just some things, but everything. Like those people that you don't like, you are connected to those people. The trees, the roots, the water, everything. You're connected to everything. And in order to connect to everything, you have to believe that you are connected to all this stuff. You can't just look at a tree and just say the stupid tree is in my way. You know what I'm saying? You have to know that this tree is your cousin. You're going to have to find time, you're going to have to find energy to put into yourself. This is really self-care, okay? Um, it's not just going and getting your hair done, going, getting a massage. Those things are great. But self-care is about what you're putting into yourself, okay? And you need to put in the time, and you need to put in the energy, and you need to put in the priority of yourself. So, with that said, I found the best way is to do a ritual, okay? A ritual, any ritual that connects you to the divine is the best way to get connected. Okay, if that is every day putting water into a glass, a mug, I wouldn't say mug, a glass, a goblet, something that you're putting on an altar, you're putting on your desk, you're putting on your sacred space, clean water. If it's just clean water mug every day and you're like, this is for you, so and so, you know, that's fine. Um, that will be your beginning ritual. That is you putting in time, putting in effort, thinking of yourself and whoever it is that you're offering this to. A ritual is something that is repetitive. You do this all the time. You do this every day. You do this weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, yearly. And the attention you give to it, the energy you give to it, the priority you give to it is what makes the connection. Okay? So, with that being said, if you light an incense every day for the same reason or at the same time, or you say the same thing regularly, that's a ritual. And eventually, your little ritual will turn into a bigger ritual with more attention, more energy, more priority, and more intention. And it just goes on like that. You don't want to continuously have a different ritual. You don't want to have a bunch of different rituals because it's not a ritual. It's just you doing something different every day, and that's just not a ritual. You might be doing someone else's ritual today and then someone else's ritual tomorrow. You go online and you find another ritual and you're doing that. That's not your ritual. That's not going to work for you. That's not going to get you connected to your divine, your God, your spirits, spirit guides, ancestors. It's not going to work. Okay, so we have people who have been separated from their source, right? And so they may be of a different culture than me. And so they're learning something from me and my culture, or things that I made, my own ritual, you know what I mean? And so I say to them, you should find out what your ancestors or your culture, um, what they do, what they believe in. Because here you are doing something that I'm doing, which can be totally different from what your ancestors believe, your family believes. And you're using certain colors that are completely opposite from the colors that we use. And they represent different things. Of course, it's just a color, and you can use any color, but that's a part of learning your culture. You don't have to, but if you want to use your ancestors or offer to your ancestors, um, maybe they don't believe in Jaws paper or items. And here you are burning it, and they're looking at you like, what the fuck are you doing? We don't believe in that shit. We don't want none of that shit. You know, bring that bolo knife or, some shit. Every culture believes in different things, and I strongly believe that you should look into your own culture or your ancestors' culture and beliefs to figure out what is really going to work for all of you as a unit, okay? Because when you're reaching out to your ancestors, you could be doing some hoodoo practice, and that is not what they do, not what they believed in at all. So, you're kind of jumping the gun and not feeling connected, and you don't know why. So, pay attention to your roots. And I think that's about it. So, as far as connecting, you need to do your ritual, do a ritual, figure out a ritual. Like I said, it could be just as simple as water in a goblet. You know what I'm saying? And just doing it repetitively. It doesn't have to be every day. It could be every week. It could be every month. Every month you do something. If you're going to do something every month, try to make it a little bit bigger than just water, okay? Do whatever rituals it is that you're making an offering. whatever you offer, you should make sure you have around you. So if you're offering flowers, you should have flowers in your own home. If you're offering crystals, you should be wearing a crystal. You know, it's connecting you. Okay, so just uh, just keep that in mind. Okay, if you're going out into the park and grounding yourself, or just trying to, you know, center yourself and be connected to the world, you know, you have to allow yourself to feel everything around you. You know, you can't have your headphones on. You can't say hi to the people passing by. You know, you have to go into a nice secluded area and just be one with the grass, be one with the trees, be one with the river that's, you know, flowing right over there. Just listen, listen, listen. And when you find your mind wandering, it's okay. That's going to happen. Let it happen. Just bring yourself back. Remind yourself that you're doing something for a purpose. You're thinking about the kids. Breathe it in. Let it go. Think about the tree. Think about grounding. Think about the divine. Think about the source. Think about the gods. Think about the spirits. Think about the ancestors. Think about the angels. Think about your purpose. You want to feel them. Okay? So think about your chakras. You know what I'm saying? Just get it all in you. And that's how you connect. That's how I connect. Okay? I'm sorry. I don't want to say that's how you connect. That's how I connect. Usually, like on the full moon or the new moon, not everyone, but a lot of them, I tend to do some readings for myself, or I'll do some work for others. But when I do readings for myself, I mean, a reading doesn't consist of 3, 4 cards. A reading consists of a whole deck, and sometimes two go into 2 decks, you know. But that's because I am having a conversation with either spirit or ancestor. And so, you know, you're throwing down your cards, and maybe you don't have a specific question, but you know, you're just asking them to tell you something. And you know, you read and you throw down more cards, and it's like, you know, it's a flow. And that is how I connect to my ancestors. Um, you can do the same thing, okay? You can connect. You don't always have to feel so disconnected. There are ways of connecting, but you have to be repetitive. You have to do the same thing over and over again. You have to come to, you have to come with a specific ritual, okay, that you do on a regular basis, and it's going to make you feel more connected every single time. If it doesn't work for you, then change it. If you're going, because most people do that, they go online and they find other people's rituals and they try them. You know, the thing is, you can't do one and done. You know, you have to do it consistently so that you can feel aligned with it. When you do something one time and you quit, you ain't doing shit. You just wasting your time is really what you're doing. So go ahead and continue wasting your time, or take your time, make it your priority. Do what it is that you find yourself doing, something that speaks to you. Okay? All right, guys. I'm out.